What's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. Alright, you guys, first story up. Now, you guys know I usually reserve the fist pump of righteousness for our black girl magic, and we will continue to do so. However, if there is any man out there who deserves such recognition, it would be LeBron James. I cannot tell you how immensely proud I am of him. I'm telling you, I have a new level of respect for someone like a LeBron James who has used his power, his influence, his money from his foundation to remain committed, dedicated to the community that he comes from. For him to have the insight, him and his team, because I'm sure he didn't do it by himself, but things like this don't just happen for the normal person. You have to have that power and influence, first of all, to even get something like this off of the ground. And many other people can do it. It's just a matter of using that. People have that power. You just have to want to help the community. And everybody doesn't have to do it. But like I said, I just love the fact that he did do this. He has started the I Promise School in his old community, those same streets that he walked, that he rode his bike to, that he grew up on, very familiar with the underprivileged and underserviced children there. And he's decided to make a difference. He's opened this school right now that is a public school, so it's not a charter school that, you know, charter schools are more like a business. This is actually a public school. Right now it's just third and fourth graders. They plan on every year adding grades until they get to a full first to eighth grade school in 2022. There's 240 students there. They're saying that it's going to be 20 students per teacher per classroom. They get free breakfast, they get free lunch, they get snacks. They have after lunch circle where, you know, they're just kind of get together and unwind. It is a long day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is a long school schedule. They go to school from July to May, I believe. So really they're only out of school for June. They have programs for parents of these children, GED classes, and also they have job placement for those parents. They also are going to guarantee free tuition to any child who graduates high school to the University of Akron. It is just amazing. Obviously, it's not impossible. It just needed to be done. And I think that is wonderful. I think it is just awe-inspiring. It is everything to see this black man, young black man, doing the damn thing. Like, I just, when I was reading about the school and seeing the videos and all of that, I just was really proud of LeBron, because it's one thing to be an amazing athlete, but it's another thing to be an amazing man, to be amazing on the inside and care about turning out these people into the real world with a quality education and just really trying to help them. I was just like, this is really good. And I don't know how you can ever find anything wrong with the thing that LeBron James has done for them. Other people have done it. I know that Diddy has a school. I believe it's a charter school though. And I believe that Jalen Rose has a school, and others have schools that they have, you know, been successful. Some have lasted, some haven't. Anybody who tries to make a difference, to me, is somebody that should be commended. Just really proud of LeBron. Okay, happy he's in Los Angeles. Hopefully he can bring some more pizzazz and sparkle back to the team and the city and all of that. But yeah, more importantly, I just think that this is just a phenomenal, just a remarkable human being that LeBron is. So kudos to him, and I hope he has all of the success in the world with that school. You guys, your girl Tamar Braxton got told the hell off by the pilot on Delta Airlines the other day. Evidently, now I don't really know what happened because we only see the second half of the confrontation. But from what we saw in the second half of this confrontation, there is a pilot who goes up to her and pretty much says, listen, the flight attendants on this damn plane work for me, and when I tell them to do something, they do it. And they come and tell you to do something, you supposed to do it. If you don't do what the flight attendants tell you to do, then that means that you are not doing what I told you to do. Okay, do you understand that? Yes or no? Don't want no Tamar Braxton lip. I don't need no smartness. I don't need none of this. Yes or no? That damn Tamar was all soft voice. Yes, yes. And she did record it, and we actually saw the video because I think Tawanda posted along with a caption saying that Tamar is a million-mile flyer, a diamond frequent flyer, or whatever you call it. Guess none of that matters when you are on Delta. Okay, and then she gonna put hashtag flying while black. Listen, I looked at that video and I didn't see anything racial about it. I saw a damn irritated ass pilot who had to take time out of his busy ass schedule to come back there and read some damn body that don't want to listen. Now, you guys know how Tamar Braxton is. I'm just gonna give the pilot the benefit of the doubt, because first of all, they got shit to do. They got checks up there that they got to be making to make sure that they can get this plane off the ground, up in the air, and back down on the ground safely. They don't feel like coming back there to talk to you unless there's really some shit going on. And the rumor is, because we still don't really know why he had to come back there, but they're saying that Tamar was tired. She was in her seat. She had already reclined her seat. I'm assuming she's in first class, so you know you can't sneak back a little recline in first class, because that shit lays all the way back. So they're saying that she was laid back. She had the blanket over her head, you know, trying to keep the light out, and they must have told her that she needs to sit up because when you take off, they want you to be upright. They don't want all of that. And she was either ignoring them or not doing, you know, giving them some lip or whatever, and that is when they went and got the pilot. I'm all for calling a spade, and if it is a racial attack, then it's a racial attack, but I didn't see it that way. And we can't always be running to it's racially motivated when some shit don't go our way and hope that everybody will clamor behind you when you was just wrong. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. Until we get more people that was on the plane that said, oh, you know, Tamar didn't do anything and, you know, they was wrong, then we will readdress it. But until then, I'ma stick with the pilot, bitch. Do what they tell you to do so that you can get to where you need to be. Alright, rock stars, so Cardi B has announced that due to her being overwhelmed as a new mom, as well as being advised by the doctors that it's not really a good idea for her to take her baby on the road, she is pulling out of the tour that she was supposed to be picking up, I think either at the end of August or beginning of September with Bruno Mars. Remember, they had announced that tour right when she got pregnant, and I think they even pushed it back till after she had the baby, but now she's pulling out completely. Okay, she said she totally underestimated the new duties of being a mommy, and she just can't do it. Bruno Mars didn't seem to be upset about it. You know, he did tweet immediately, you know, you take care of the baby, you know, that's what's most important, and you know, we understand. However, there are some little whisperings saying that her label might be a tad bit annoyed because Cardi B got pregnant right in the middle of her. I mean, she was riding that cloud really tough, and everything that she did felt like it turned to gold. She did do as much as she could while she was pregnant, but the shit had to come to a halt eventually, and it's sort of like, I'm sure they kind of want to get back on that. They want to get back on that good foot before they lose that momentum. And I honestly thought that she would be able to do it. Some people have a baby, they are able to spit out a baby and hit the ground running. I was not that way. I was not a person that bounced back easily from Joseph. You guys know I've done a video on my postpartum psychosis when I had Joseph. So I wasn't that type of person that can get up and go like that immediately, but I've seen people do it. And I thought that her determination, you know, that she was going to be able to do it. But we have found out that sometimes we just can't control these things. And, you know, when we think that we are the most prepared, that's when you find out that you are not, honey. You want to know if God has a sense of humor is make plans, child, especially when it comes to a new baby. I thought I knew exactly what all was going to happen, and Joseph completely threw me for a loop. So Cardi might be in that same, I'm not sure if she may even have postpartum, you know, some postpartum issues. It sucks that she's not going to be able to get right back to it, but it's more important to have an artist that is healthy mentally, emotionally, physically. You just don't want to rush back into something when you know you are not ready. But I know that label is like, okay, time is money. And speaking of money, you know, I love Cardi B. Cardi B is young. Cardi B is definitely a product of her environment. Some things is just hardwired. Hello? Hey Jada, what's up? Okay, Jada, I gotta call you back. I told you to text me when you got to school. Hello? You can take the girl out of the hood, but you cannot take the hood out of the girl. Cardi cannot help herself. She has to respond to the trolls on social media. I know, and you know, that the trolls will continue to come when you give them what they want, and the more you respond, the more that they will come. But it seems that Cardi has signed on to the way of thinking that the more you come, then the more I'm gonna respond. They're gonna fucking drive that girl crazy. She just seems to not be able to do it. So it's just like it's a moot point of trying to discuss it and keep on trying to tell her, girl, just get off of there, enjoy your marriage, enjoy your baby, you know, enjoy your career, you know, all the success. And none of that matters. Okay, that girl wants to fight with everybody, and granted, it is very difficult not to respond when people are saying things about you. Trust me, I know this firsthand. But you can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do. When you give everybody license to keep goading and pushing you into this response, like, they just gonna keep on doing it. So that Cardi, a child, that's just what she gonna do. So that's just what she gonna do. This mess about this Lamborghini, this millions of dollars car that she bought, his and hers, for her and Offset, to me it's ridiculous. Now what I will say is, if I was rich and I had a whole bunch of money and I wanted to spend it on certain things, then I would spend it on certain things, okay? And it wouldn't matter what anybody said. If that's what I wanted to do, that's what I wanted to do. That's fine. But we still need to remember, as high as everything is, we have seen artists lose it. Okay, MC Hammer, Tony Braxton. I mean, we've seen people be so rich, and just because they mismanaged their money, that they don't have it no more. They filing bankruptcies. They losing houses. So it's not impossible. And I just feel like she should be able to enjoy her money and the things that she wants to do. But I feel like her financial advisors need to make sure that she is cautious of just unnecessary spending. You done bought this car, you can't even drive? What the fuck is the purpose of having, just so you'd be able to? I mean, I know it's the culture, you know, you want to floss, you know, you got this, you got that. I understand all of that. But it still needs to make some sense. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that part to me is just crazy. But again, it's her money. So if that's what she want to do, fine. Okay, y'all got her so damn stressed out on social media that she posting her bank statements. And this is what I'm talking about, why you guys just go run that girl crazy. She posting her damn bank statements to post that she actually bought the car and that it wasn't a lease. See, it's just too much emphasis on worrying about what everybody else is, you know, like, you know that that's your car, that you paid cash for it, or you know that you didn't lease it and everything. So why else does it matter? I mean, some of these things comes with age. The older you get, you start to realize that it don't even matter what everybody else thinks. But so I know she may get there eventually, but sometimes I'm not even sure she'll get there. Because Cardi is just, I love her. I'm trying not to push her over into that lover from a distance. She ain't quite there for me yet. But, you know, when you just sit back and watch some of the antics that she goes through and just some of the things that's so unnecessary, if she would just leave it alone. I just want her to chill. Your fans actually love you. Don't worry about the haters. It's always gonna be them out there. Enjoy your fans. And don't let the rest of them drive you crazy, girl. She'll get there one day, you guys. At least we gonna hope so. You guys had me thinking that this had just happened, but evidently it did not. Ving Rhames was on the Clay Kane show on Sirius XM radio, satellite radio. I would love to have a show on satellite. Like that's like a dream of mine. Like if I could just have a radio show. I don't have to be on. You don't have to actually see me, but I would love to have some sort. Anyway, y'all, we getting off track. He was on the Clay Kane show, and he was recalling a time in 2016 when he was at the house chilling, watching ESPN. There was a knock at the door, and when he opened it, he was staring down the barrel of a gun of a Santa Monica police officer and said that one of his neighbors had called and said that there was a large black man trying to break into the house. And I was reading that, and I was just like, well, Ving is a big nigga now. That nigga is big now. I'm just kidding, y'all. Yeah, I mean, you know, nothing surprising about that. First of all, his petty ass neighbors. Now, the man had been living there for some time. They had to know that Ving lived there. That was his house. And if it was a big black man coming in the door, then it must have been him. Okay, so it was somebody starting some shit around there that was unnecessary. It's not no surprise, okay, because y'all know there's plenty of white people out there who are terrified of black men. And the bigger, the scarier, as far as they're concerned. So it's unfortunate, but it's no surprise. Okay, Ving said that the police officer did recognize who he was and did apologize. I mean, damn, they had kids that played sports on the same sports team in Santa Monica. So the police officer recognized who Ving was, and it was just a misunderstanding. They was just doing their job. He didn't get roughed up or nothing. But yeah, that still is insulting to be in your own damn house and the police get called on you. But, you know, par for the course. It's hard out there for black men, rich black men living in white neighborhoods. But damn it, we coming. So you can call the police you fucking want to. Ving, hold your head up. You guys, how many of you guys started watching the docuseries, the Trayvon Martin case on BET? It came on, was that Tuesday night, I believe it was. I think it's probably going to be one of a 4-part series. Jay-Z's company, we've talked about it on Top of the Blogs. Remember, Jay-Z's production company put this documentary together about the entire Trayvon Martin case, and we kind of know from beginning to end exactly what happened. They showed the first part on Tuesday. All I can say about that case is I remember talking about it on my channel. It was very upsetting back then when it happened. It's very upsetting to see it all over again. They can give you all the ins and outs of the story, but the bottom line of just them killing this innocent black kid for walking down the street with a hoodie and a pack of Skittles, it is just really a sad thing to watch all over again. Not only that, but to have to listen to a mother and father tell the story. I don't know how you can do it. I have such admiration for Trayvon Martin's parents. Even with all of the things that they said in the documentary, how they were feeling at the time, you knew that that's how they felt, because that's a natural reaction to a parent losing their child. But as far as them, maintaining their composure at the time that it was happening is really something else, because I can't imagine being able to stand in front of microphones and, kind of being the leader of this cause along with their lawyer, trying to fight for these rights when you are in the middle of grieving for your child. And just the senseless way that he was killed. Just to hear how George Zimmerman, even though we've heard these stories before, but just how he just was this overzealous, racist man who had his eye basically on that community. Everything that black kids or black people did in that neighborhood, he just automatically felt like they was doing something wrong. I mean, even when you hear all of that, it's just amazing to me that those parents were able to keep their anger from just boiling over and acting out. Every time I still see her to this day, I feel like she has like this calling to just be I don't want to say the mother of all of these mothers whose kids have been killed, but I feel like she is the one that when we hear about, mothers losing their sons to violence like this, she seems to be the one that's able to kind of get them together and try to, help hold them together. It's strange how your life will turn out that way. A tragedy will make you be a blessing from that tragedy to other people. And that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like that's who Sabrina and her, Trayvon's father, I hate that I can't remember his name, I'll put it on the screen, but that's what I feel like they are. The tragedy has brought them along to be a blessing to others. But the documentary I'm going to watch is not as horrible as the story of Khalid Browder. because that story is still every time I think about that, I'm affected. But I feel like I'll be able to make it through this documentary, not feeling as horrible as I did with the Khalif Browder story. But yeah, still very, very sad. And again, when you just see everything all over again, it just pisses you off all over again. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'm just warning you that you are going to have all them same emotions and feelings that you had back when it happened. Like I said, it's going to be, I believe, 4 parts. And it comes on Tuesday nights on BET. Starting to rain. I am so sick of the rain. It has rained all damn summer in Atlanta. I am so over it. Anyway, you guys, in quickies. It seems that Bow Wow was mad again that his privacy was invaded. He was at a nightclub, and some chicks came up in his section and was videotaping him. They posted the video. They said that he was cheating. This set him off on another one of his infamous rants. Even said something about how he would pay some bitch $1,000 to come slap the lace front off. I was like, nigga, $1,000? Maybe for $1,000 you can slap the lace front off of me. Bitch, Rocky will catch a fade for a stack. Shit. Child, I can't. Bow Wow is just attention hungry. It's funny because Bow Wow says that he hates the attention. Then he goes on social media where thousands and thousands and millions of people can see what you say, and that draws more attention to you. It's like he loves it and he hates it all at the same time. See, that is the definition of being crazy. You doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result, but I don't even know if he's expecting a different result. I think that Bow Wow is stuck in this whole social media web of some sort. Like this, y'all. Y'all see that? Like this. He keeps on having these meltdowns. You know, it's just, I don't know what else to say about Bow Wow. I would like for Bow Wow to go away, though. He's supposed to be going on this So Def reunion tour. You know, one day he's in, the next day he's out. I think Jermaine Dupri just came out and said, no, he definitely will be on the tour as well. I don't even know if the boy's psyche can hold up to that. They say that Monique was on a TV show the other day and she was vehemently defending Roseanne. Monique says she can't just throw Roseanne away because Roseanne didn't throw her away when she had her talk show. She actually came on the show and she told Monique that she was going to be looked at as difficult, that she was going to be looked at as a bitch, you know, that Hollywood wasn't going to see it for her. And I guess the fact that Roseanne was able to let her know all of that has made Monique, you know, be a fan of hers. Look, I don't even care. It don't matter to me, okay? I don't give a fuck about Roseanne or Monique at this point. So whatever, just fine. That's her friend. Defend your friend. J-Lo getting this Video Vanguard Award for the MTV Awards is premature, in my opinion. I love J-Lo as much as the next person. Okay, we love her so much these days that we are willing to overlook her warbly ass voice because she is such a good entertainer. She's got stage presence. She can dance. Okay, she puts on a good show. People are spending upwards of $100, you know, to see her in Vegas and all of that. She has been able to turn her career into a long legacy, okay, and we respect J-Lo for all of the things that she's been able to do. However, I can see other people getting that award before her. Lady Gaga has something like 13 MTV awards for her videos. Missy Elliott has 7 MTV awards for her videos. J-Lo has 2. So this feels like it's not, I don't want to say it feels political. It feels more like oh, we like her, so let's get, like, I don't feel like they gave it much thought. And not saying somewhere down the line, years from now, J-Lo might be able to get this award, but right now, there are other people ahead of her who deserve it. It's too bad that people can't be happy for J-Lo because we all know that maybe there were others that should have been ahead of her. So that kind of sucks that she has to be in this place where she wants to be happy for it, but it's a whole bunch of people giving her flack for it. But, I mean, they offered it to her. She's going to take it. That's on MTV. For them not recognizing Lady Gaga, yeah, you know, it's people ahead of her, and that's all I'm trying to say. So yeah, it feels premature, and I'm not sure if I would have put J-Lo as the recipient this year. What about you? And then you guys will be happy to hear that Floyd and 50 Cent have finally gotten off their period, child, and called it a truce. Y'all know how it is, ladies, when you be, look, that week before my cycle, a bitch be crazy, okay, crying, I'm cussing folks out, the kids get on my goddamn nerves, I'm telling people at work what I'm not gonna do, just a goddamn rabid animal around there, you guys, just completely out of sorts, bad mood, and all of that, and then, child, after the cycle come down, and then, you know, you get back to yourself, you be like, damn it, that's why I was acting a fucking fool, and I think that that's where 50 Cent and Floyd was, they had to just get through their little, you guys know they go back and forth like this, even though this time was a little bit more, they was giving out way too much information, but they just got to go through it, because neither one of them want to let it go with them egos that they have. We know that 50 has a big ego, we know that Floyd has a big ego, and nobody wants to be the one to say that the other one lost, so they go through it, but they didn't finally figure it out, they didn't decided to call a truce until the next time, child. Kim versus Tyson Beckford, you know, it was a cute little kiki, you know, Tyson had posted that he didn't like how Kim looked in one of her pictures because she wasn't natural, that she had a lot of surgery done to her body, and he put the little sick face emoji, the green face, and he said that the doctors had fucked up her hip. Now, I did look at the picture and the hip did look fucked up, but it might have been because she was walking, but that shit looked kind of little lopsided, but whatever, I still feel like Kim looks great, even though she has had a whole bunch of work done to her body. I don't know, something about a man coming after a woman like that, it just feels bitch made to me. It feels bitch like, because why do you care? I mean, he has a right to be on social media and talk about whoever he wants, because we all do it, but just something about men coming for women, it just rubs me the wrong way. But, you know, Kim did have a cute little clap back, you know, and she was like, oh, we all know why you don't like it, sis, with the little nails polishing and the little froggy face and the little T, okay? And, you know, I got a good giggle off of that. Tyson did try to come back after that again, and it was just like, leave it alone. Just leave it alone, okay? Now, we know the child done had surgery. You say you don't like it, fine, okay? So that's it. But, yeah, I mean, am I the only one that feels like that? Let the women talk about the women. Let the men talk about the men. Let the women talk about the men. But the men don't need to be talking about women. And lastly, you guys, speaking of bitch like, I shouldn't call him a bitch, but you guys know Dwayne Martin is now asking for spousal support from Tisha Campbell. He says after 21 years, I said, child, 21 years. I done told y'all about them 7 years, 14 years, 21. Child, I'm going to be at 21 next year. I'm a little worried, you guys. I'm actually not trying to wish nothing bad on but I'm telling you, something about them 7-year stretches, shit get real testy. And my husband and I, we have had a good run of some good years. These last few years have been great. Okay, so a nigga don't want no shit happening at 21, but once again, my theory of every 7 years some shit going down is confirmed, because after 21 years of marriage, you know, is just a wrap on them. All that, you know, we best friends, when they first announced that they was getting the divorce, that shit then turned into fuck you, pay me. I guess she probably is the breadwinner. I mean, she is, because what has Dwayne Martin done other than been on Real Hollywood House Husbands or whatever the name of the show was on Kevin Hart on BET. So, yeah, she was the bread maker, and now, you know, she got to pay. She gonna end up paying them too, y'all. But they do still feel bitch like, even though women do it to men all the time, it is a double standard, you guys, but whatever. It is what it is. When the man comes after the woman for the money, we always got a good side eye for the man. But I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Rock stars, let me get off of here. We do this every single week, so make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.